Alright, here's 50 reasons why The Force Awakens sucks. Reason number 1, it's a scene-for-scene ripoff of A New Hope. Yes, a scene-for-scene ripoff of A New Hope. J.J. Abrams has to be the most lazy screenwriter in filmmaking history. I mean, he just took scenes from the original and placed it in new settings and added a bit of new characters in it. Yeah, so original, such a masterpiece. You guys are complete idiots, complete morons, actually drooling over this piece of filth. Reason number 2, it's style over substance. This movie was advertised to us like it was going to be the most stylistic thing ever, but it had no substance. Sure, they used practical effects, but that meant nothing when the storyline was so cheap and dumbed down, and it was so uninspired. Reason number 3, the New Order is stupid. So you mean to tell me, after the Rebel Alliance destroyed the Empire and the Empire was in a fray, and we see the rebellion celebrating this like they just won the war, which they did, and you're telling me the New Order somehow becomes more powerful than the New Republic? Are you freaking retarded? That literally makes no sense. How in the world did they have the budget to make another Death Star? Are you freaking serious? Everything in this movie is insane. Reason number 4, Kylo Ren is a fail. The biggest sissy I've ever seen. I mean, it's just some cheap off-brand Anakin Skywalker Darth Vader hybrid. I mean, you can't be both. You can't be this all-powerful extreme badass at one moment and stop lasers in mid-air, and then the next minute you get beat by a freaking stormtrooper and a freaking scrap seller that nobody's ever heard of. You can't tell me this is realistic. You guys are idiots, saying I have no facts or evidence to support that this movie sucks. You guys are morons. Absolute idiots. Idiots. I can go on and on about how much this movie sucks. It's not just my opinion. Reason number 5, the soundtrack is uninspired. Yeah, John Williams, he was sick while recording this, but at the same time he knew this movie was uninspired and a remake of the originals. So he's basically already made the soundtrack already, so he's like, shoot, I might as well just whip up a new soundtrack and not even try, because it doesn't matter, because this movie's already been made. Reason number 6, Han Solo dies like a bitch. He dies in the stupidest way ever. Why would he just hold the lightsaber? I mean, sure, he's his dad or whatever, Kylo Ren's dad, but he fell for it like a sucker. He wouldn't fall for that. That's probably like the easiest trick in the book. He had to have known it was a trap. The real Han Solo, not this Disney dumbed down crap. Reason number 7, the bowcaster dialogue scenes. I mean, you mean to tell me that Han Solo and Chewie have been friends for like 30 years, and now he's deciding to use a bowcaster? What? Are you serious? What in the world is wrong with you, Disney? You just think that's supposed to go over our heads? That's the stupidest thing ever. That's the best way you could write some sort of form of camaraderie in your movie, is by having him try out the bowcaster. I mean, that's the most lazy screenwriting ever. Reason number 8, Snoke. First of all, his name. Why the hell is he named Snoke? Who named him? Who named him? Whoever named him should be fired and never be allowed to write a story ever again, because this is just a catastrophe of CGI garbage. 10 times worse than the prequels in every single way. Like, oh my god, what is he? He's just like that generic evil guy CGI face with a generic evil guy CGI voice. And you guys think this is original? Nothing in this movie is original. Reason number 9, they killed the canon for this movie. They talk about the EU, the expanded universe, having plot holes and inconsistencies, but this movie is riddled with plot holes and inconsistencies. I can go on and on and on about how the movie makes no sense. No sense. And you talk about the EU, this is a million times worse than the EU. You can't tell me this movie makes any sense and is even somewhat plausible. Like every single scene and line of dialogue and everything about this movie contradicts the previous movies. Like, you can't, oh my god. That's another reason. That's another reason. Let's go on to the next reason. Reason number 10. Luke is barely in the film. They advertised this movie like Luke was about to be the main character of the film, or one of the main characters, and they have him show up at the last minute of the movie. Yes, the last minute of the movie, they actually have him in the film. So they just shoehorned him in there. He had literally no purpose whatsoever, but they just shoehorned him in there to sell tickets. This was all advertised to you like you were all suckers. You guys were all suckers if you thought this was going to be a good movie. I was a sucker. Hey, I thought this was going to be a terrible movie at first, but then I was fooled by the critics that lied to me, and I actually went into the theater thinking this would be a good movie. Boy, halfway through, I was like, wow, this is literally worse than the prequels. Nice job, Disney. Nice job. Reason number 11, the main cast is too old. I'm sorry to say this, but they're too old. They're like, what, in their 70s now? And you shoehorn them into some action role? Shouldn't they be like mentor roles or something? You shouldn't have Han Solo, which is 70 years old. You shouldn't have him going around shooting people with bowcasters or whatever. That's besides the point. They're like, hey, look at me, I'm holding this bowcaster, I'm using it for the first time. What? At least add some depth to your characters, for God's sake. This movie is so... It just has every single character in this movie is uninspired, written in the most computerized fashion imaginable. Reason number 12. Han Solo is still a smuggler. Why is he still a smuggler? We've already established in episode 6 and episode 5 that he was some high-ranking general, and he wasn't going to go back to his old criminal ways. He actually had some depth in the original movies, but since Disney wants to add some cheap scenes, they're going to just scrap his original character or his changed character from the original series, and they're just going to go back to episode 4 Han Solo just so they could sell tickets, just so they could have a 70-year-old Han Solo in his original clothes. Wow, how shameless, how stupid could you get? How stupid of writing are you doing? That makes no sense, but how do you even think of something? Like, they messed up this movie in every single conceivable way possible, and you guys eat this up like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Reason number 13, the New Order, the New Republic are wimps. So you mean to tell me the Empire were just running around the entire galaxy, killing off high-ranking members of the Resistance, and the New Republic didn't do anything? They didn't even try to fight back? I mean, you do realize the New Republic, like, they're supposed to take up like half the galaxy by now. I mean, I'm sure they've built up a military by now, enough to actually go against the New Order. I mean, the New Order should have no actual capabilities of building that base or actually standing a chance to the New Republic. That's just stupid. I mean, they should have just attacked. I mean, that's what they get. They deserve to have 4 of their plans wiped out if they actually just let the New Order do what they wanted to do. Reason number 14, Finn's character makes no sense. So you mean to tell me This guy has been trained from birth to kill, to fight battles, to see death, to follow orders. And he decides to betray his men. So you're saying just because he saw one stormtrooper die, he has a change of heart? Just because he saw a bunch of villagers get massacred, he has a change of heart? He's been programmed since birth. Haven't you ever heard of Nazi Germany? A few years of programming and they were just able to follow any order. Nobody would just go against their superiors like that. They wouldn't just not fire their weapon. I'm sorry, especially somebody who's been trained from birth. If he actually had a backstory that actually explained more on why he actually betrayed his own, then I'd actually believe it. But oh, we're supposed to believe that he's just going to go against his own, risk his life for somebody he's never met before, doesn't even know. He risked his life and leaves. Bullshit. Reason number 15, Rey is too perfect. I mean, come on. We've already established this. Rey has no flaws. She learns the Force in a single scene. No training whatsoever. Zero training. And she learns it. She masters it in seconds. She beats Kylo Ren. She's an ace pilot even though she's never left the planet, probably has never flown a ship, and she's a better pilot than stormtroopers or TIE fighters, pilots. Han Solo, freaking Han Solo. Where is the tension? We know she's not going to lose. In the next movie, we know she's not going to lose, so there's no point. She's already the best character. She's already mastered everything. She already has no flaws. She already what else is there to her character? I mean, she's already done everything. There's no challenge. There's no actual tension. Who cares about Rey? A lazy character. She's just a generic main character that can't ever get killed or can't ever be touched. Just good at everything. Just the worst way to write a main character. Your main character is supposed to be relatable. Like 99% of people, 99.9999999999999% of people on this planet are not perfect. Nobody's going to be able to relate to this. She's a terrible character. You don't know anything about her, and we're supposed to care about her. Oh, we love Rey. She's such a good character. She's such a great actor. That's not true at all. That's not even slightly true. Number 16. Rey has bad acting. She's a terrible actor. Her actor, whoever the heck plays her, is a terrible actor. So now, looking off into space every 10 seconds makes you such a deep, inspired actor. Wow. Instead of actually trying to portray somebody in an actual natural, more relaxed manner, you actually have to look at a 30-degree angles away from the camera and actually just stare off into space every time somebody's talking to you. I mean, that's so lazy. Anybody could be an actor these days in Hollywood. It takes no skill. I mean, Harrison Ford, he was the only good actor in this movie. I'm sorry. Alright, reason number 17. Jakku is a ripoff of Tatooine. You have this planet that looks exactly like Tatooine. Why not just have it on Tatooine? That makes the Star Wars universe just look repetitive. I mean, you have all these options. You could have just made your own planet, could have just made your own stuff, but nope. Just make a new freaking planet, for God's sake. We're sick of seeing the same shit. Reason number 18, the Star Killer base. This makes no sense. They wouldn't have been able to make this base. The Empire was in shambles. They didn't have the budget. A joke, a third Death Star. Laziest screenwriting in human history. Not only did you make the less capable Empire build another Death Star You made them build another Death Star and have it better than their original and like 10 times bigger. So where in the world did that budget come from? Just saying. Reason number 19, the plans to Luke. Why the hell was this even in the movie? It served no purpose. It was a cheap plot device just inserted into the movie, just written in just to get the plot going. Just get the plot going. Just get the action scenes going, man. Reason number 20, the awkward dialogue. I mean, especially the scenes with Finn. Like, he's saying, do you have a boyfriend back at Jakku? I mean, you just met this lady like 20 minutes ago, and your life is in danger. The Empire is looking for you, and you're worried about this woman you just met 10, 20 minutes ago. And you're worried if she has a boyfriend. I mean, what in the world is wrong with you? You should be trying to save your own neck, because that's the kind of character you are. You're a coward, even though, I mean, how could Finn's character go from this courageous stormtrooper who betrays the Empire to this coward that's just going to leave the rebellion as soon as he joins? Like, that makes no sense. That was just a cheap plot device, just to sort of give the illusion that the characters actually had some depth. No, it was written in poorly. You have to actually establish this character as somebody. You can't just make him walk off after he's already established as some sort of courageous fighter. I mean, you can't just do that. You can't just have him betray the new, whatever it's called, the new order, and just in the next scene, just leave. Just leave. You can't have him have morals and then just leave. God, that's so stupid. So stupid. Reason number 21. The Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon was a joke. It was just, as usual, just shoehorned into the movie to sell toys to little children. Isn't that great? Shoehorning something that doesn't even belong anywhere near this movie and just shoehorning it into the main plot. There is no way in hell that they would have just stumbled upon the Millennium Falcon. So you're telling me that a small village with like 100 people living in it actually had the Millennium Falcon in it for some reason, and no one touched this thing in like years? The Millennium Falcon? The legendary ship, and anyone could just take off in it, even a bum sitting on a planet. Why was this ship not stolen years ago if it's that easy to just break into the ship and start it? I mean, are you people freaking moronic? No logic is in this movie. Nothing makes sense. And you guys are calling me the idiot, the nitpicker, the little reviewer? The hater? I'm the hater? You're the hater. You don't make no sense. Nothing you say makes any sense. But I'm the butthurt moron on the internet. I'm the butthurt moron. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to continue reading my list and piss you off some more. Reason number 22, no new environments. We see nothing new in terms of environment. We have Jakku, we have the Star Destroyer. I mean, couldn't you just at least make the Star Destroyers look somewhat different? It looks exactly the same. Exactly the same, but slightly changed. And that's just the cheapest thing ever to do in the movie. Just add just completely rip off something and change it slightly. That seems to be Disney's new formula. Reason number 23, the B8 droid. The B8 droid was so cringeworthy. Just shoehorned into the movie to be a substitute for R2-D2. It's just such a cheap thing to do to get children to like your movie. I mean, people in the theaters were laughing at this. That lighter scene where he just pulls out a lighter from his thing as a thumbs up. I was like, wait, what? I mean, is that supposed to be funny? Oh, wow. Oh wow, he used a lighter as a thumbs up. Wow, that's so funny. Ha 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 ha. I mean, Americans are so stupid. I mean, you guys eat this up. I mean, how is that even remotely funny? How is that even remotely funny? No sense of humor. J.J. Abrams has no sense of humor. Just bland. This movie is blander than the prequels. I'd rather watch Jar Jar Binks step in dung doo-doo for 2 days than watch B8 do that stupid lighter scene. What in the world is wrong with Hollywood? You treat us like children, like we're 8-year-olds. I am a Star Wars fan. I've been a Star Wars fan for dang near 10 years. And you're treating me like I'm still a 4-year-old. I read the books. I'm an actual intelligent person. I'm not a moron. I have a migraine. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I can't do this all in one video. You see how upset I am. Because this movie, I see these comments of you guys actually liking this movie and saying it's just my opinion. It's not just my opinion. It's proven fact. My opinion, my supposed opinion, is fact. And the people who wrote this movie even know it was crap. That's why they had marketing tactics to try to actually get a quick buck from morons who actually thought this would even be remotely as good as the original. No. Reason number 24, bad comedic scenes. Oh my god, I didn't laugh not once during this movie. Finn, his lines of dialogue, B8, all those lines of dialogues were just so out of place. Okay, so these scenes are inserted for no reason other than to get a cheap laugh and to win the audience over. Like, so you're telling me the world is about to get destroyed. Billions of people are about to die. And you have Finn yelling at Captain Phasma in some sort of Kevin Hart type way? Yeah, I'm Captain now, Phasma. I'm the captain now. Who's the captain now? Haha. So out of place. So childish. So cringeworthy. Like, didn't the director have any sense of tone? He just didn't even notice that, hey, maybe there's so much stuff going around. Maybe we just shouldn't have any comedic scenes in this part of the movie. Nope. They put it in there anyway. Just add some sort of Kevin Hart moments to the movie. Yeah. That sure will win the audience over. And people didn't even laugh at this scene. They laughed at the B8 scene, but they didn't laugh at this scene. I'm glad nobody was just that out of it to laugh at this scene. I mean, you're completely in the movie, or at least some people are completely in the movie, and then you just get just that awkward scene that just kills the moment. The audience doesn't need to have comedic scenes every 10 seconds just so they could feel less bad about what's going on in the movie. We're not children. We're not going to cry if something bad happens in the movie. You don't have to instantly get our hopes up or cheer us up with some sort of comedic scene. It's just a movie, for God's sake. Alright, last but not least, reason number 25, the Rey and Finn relationship. This made no sense. So you met this person 10 minutes ago and she attacked you, put you on the ground, and the first thing you think of was falling in love with her? I mean, she's not even that attractive, for God's sake. I mean, she's a solid 6 out of 10. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's more than one fish in the sea. You don't have to attach to this girl like glue. I mean, it seemed like you guys hated each other. You said, "Don't touch my hand. Don't touch my hand." Oh, yeah. Don't touch his hand. I mean, I have nothing against the empowerment of women. I respect women as people. Like, at first I didn't believe this movie had any feminist propaganda in it. At least I didn't notice. But now I'm starting to think that this movie was trying too hard to please feminists. They're like, oh, we can't disgruntle the feminist, so we have to write in some dialogue that makes Finn look like an absolute wimp and make Rey look like a strong, capable, whatever the heck she is. I used to not see it. I couldn't see the feminist, but now after realizing all these scenes, especially the scene where she gets handed that pistol in the movie. She gets handed the pistol in the movie from Han Solo, and she doesn't take the pistol or the laser gun because she's supposedly can take care of herself. I mean, what? That literally makes no sense. Take the gun. There's people chasing you around the universe and you're not going to take the gun. So what are you supposed to do? Just fight them off with that stick of yours? I bet she probably could. She's a flawless character. She's invincible. Terrible screenwriting, terrible editing, terrible pacing, terrible tone, terrible everything. So just go down to the comment section, write your little comments like your little fanboy you are. I mean, you guys are just morons, idiots. Let's see what else I can say. Morons, idiots, losers, retards, fanboys, whatever. You guys are going to get offended. I'm going to say whatever the heck I want. I'm just speaking in general. No, and half the time, I don't even mean what I say when I call people an idiot. I just put that in there to piss people off. And people are like, why are you calling people idiots? And then they write me like this 10-paragraph essay and expect me to read it and actually go back and forth with them for like 2 days. 2 days. Get a life. Jesus Christ. And they get mad when I don't respond to them. I send them like 2 sentences and they're like, oh wow, was that all you could say? Aren't you going to go back and forth with me for the next 2 months of my life? Because I have no other life and then to prove a point? It's just a movie. But to me, it's more than a movie. It's my childhood, and Star Wars inspired me to become the editor, filmmaker, video gamer, visionary that I am today. And when I see lazy screenwriting like this, it breaks my heart, and it really angers me.